This is a follow-up video to my thoughts on the PSP. If you have not seen that video, please do. Otherwise, this won't make any sense. I continued looking for stuff on the PSP and on the Nintendo DS. And I got to thinking about a few things. One of the things is somebody said if you don't need all the multimedia stuff, don't bother getting it. So essentially I got to thinking and I got to two questions which may or make or break the deal for me. Because I have found one game that I really, really want, and that would be Crazy Taxi Fare Wars. Now, unfortunately, it's only available for the PSP, and having to get a brand new piece of hardware just for a single game, I think is kind of useless. Pardon me just a moment. I don't know what that was all about. I think I'm still recording. Okay, sorry about that. My screen went black for a few minutes, for a few seconds, so I had to plug it in. Anyway, let's see, where was I? So yeah, Crazy Taxi Fare Wars, that's one of them. Essentially, I'm wondering, how does the game library compare to that of the Nintendo DS? And also, there is one thing that the PSP can do that my iPod Touch cannot, and that is Skype. I've been looking for a very portable way to use Skype. I was thinking about, multiple mobile internet devices such as the Nokia N810. I was thinking about, I've never really considered those Skype phones because, I've never really had too much of an experience with them. But yes, you can Skype on the PSP. But my question is, in terms of multimedia, what can the PSP do that the iPod Touch cannot? Be aware that I am a Macintosh user, so if I wanted to transfer media, I'd have to use a card reader. But yeah, as far as like stuff that they have in common, like the web browser and so on and so forth, is there any unique feature in the PSP that makes it stand out from the iPod Touch? And if so, what is that? Because if we can get enough features stacked up, I might just go ahead and get the PSP. One of the things that JLS was commenting on with the PSP was the larger screen, and for me that would be beneficial. And, so, yeah, I'd like some input on that. I apologize for splitting this up into different videos. It's just that as I do more research, I have more questions. So for those of you who own both a PSP and an iPod Touch, is there anything that the PSP can do that the iPod Touch cannot, aside from Skype? And for those of you who own the PSP and the Nintendo DS, how do the gaming libraries compare? One of the things that I would have an issue, one of the games that I saw a review of that I would have an issue with is Zelda Phantom Hourglass, and the only reason is because I have a slight case of cerebral palsy that may put me in such a situation where if I were to get a game like that, which would be one on my list, unfortunately, for the DS, essentially what would happen is I don't know if I'd be able to draw a circle quickly enough to launch the blade and therefore defeat the enemy in front of me. So yeah, basically I'd like some input on that. The game libraries, multimedia features when compared to the iPod. Is there anything that makes the PSP unique other than being a portable PS2? Understand that I've never played a PlayStation game in my life, So that would be a new experience for me, but from what the reviews I've seen, it sounds more like it's just a portable PS2 being old news as a result of that. So your input would be greatly appreciated. I thank you to all who have contributed so far. Please keep it coming, and those of you who wish to contribute to this one, come on in. I welcome your feedback. Thank you for watching, and have a nice evening.